police, lieutenant, the guy who gave me a ticket, pulled up on us when we first set up. We're like, oh no, they're gonna kick us out.
It was like, is he gonna arrest John this time? Is he gonna arrest John this time? Oh no, see, John, that's what happens when you don't have beef and Bibles. You end up
do you mind if I sit in the other seat and tell Facebook I got arrested?
Can you book him? Can you please can you book him? Throw away the key. Just throw away the key. Hey guys, so being frank here, we were gonna take this week off because we are a little bit tired.
Burnt out.
But we would be remiss if we did not announce that not only is Beef and Bibles operational, our first installment was a total success.
Massive success. And like everything that we do, we weren't supposed to do it until November 16th, right? We were going to meet the church up at the corner. We were going to hand out 1,000 pounds of meat. But last week they started talking about the SNAP benefits being cut off. And Mercedes and I were looking at each other, and she knew I had an itch. She just knew. And I woke up.
There was a disturbance in the forest that morning. And I'm like, life is about to go real fast.
Yeah, you guys have all stepped up and donated so much. We've actually up to like 3 cows now. And we've talked to the butcher. We put it all together. And so Thursday morning I woke up, and was it Thursday morning or Friday morning?
I think you woke up Thursday morning and we executed it Friday morning.
I woke up Thursday morning and I said, babe, we got to do something. And we're driving and we got a full day ahead of us. And so we're driving around. We're calling the butcher. We're trying to have signs made. Amen. We're doing this. We're doing that. How are we going to get it? What are we going to put it in? How are we going to keep it cold? It was
chaos.
It was complete chaos. And so she says that we're tired. She's tired because since I started walking again, the miracle of God giving me to walk again, I'm running.
He's exhausting.
She's having trouble keeping up with me.
He's exhausting me. You got enough Bibles?
That's more than 100. And so we'll see. But the beef will feed the body and the Bibles will feed the soul. Beef and Bibles, baby. Let's help some people today.
That's right.
But anyways, we came back to the park that night. The next morning we woke up, went over to the butcher's, picked up 207 pounds of beef rolled in, which is really fresh. Grade A, 92%. Excellent beef. They literally had just cut the cow. Were squeezing it out into bags for us.
Mooing.
It was awesome.
I'm just here for the camera. I'm really not here for heavy lifting.
That's all right.
So.
Yeah, we'll get it. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. This is so much beef.
And thank you to Crow's Butcher Shop for doing this on last minute. I call him and say, hey man, can you get me 200 pounds tomorrow? And he delivered. Philip delivered, and his whole crew was fantastic.
Well, the whole community came together. We have to give a shout out to Family Dollar, who even provided the bags.
Yeah, Family Dollar provided the bags, which was awesome. Yeah, we had another member that gave a whole bunch of fresh eggs, Catherine.
Yeah,
thank you, Catherine.
Tons of eggs.
And we had a member that donated a whole bunch of diapers, and it was just a huge success. But it didn't seem that way because just like anything, when you start something, everything goes wrong, right? So we're thinking that Crow's is going to give us a plug-in freezer, and we're like, how the heck are we going to, get a generator down there to run the generator to keep the freezer cold? So our friend Bob next door, thank you, Bob, he brings his semi. He pulls his fifth wheel with a massive semi truck. It's gorgeous, right? 200 pounds of beef.
I'm helping.
You're helping. Flags are flying. Patriot, God, family, country. And we get over to the butcher shop and they say, oh no, we're not giving you that. We're giving you this huge cooler. And this cooler was great. It was awesome. It held all the meat, boxes of meat. And so the guys were still cutting it. We sat there for a little while waiting for them to finish up. And then we had told everybody to be over there by 11 o'clock. And this is we call it downtown Ida, right? A town population of 670, maybe 700.
Flashing light.
It's the corner of 117 and 75. But there's a lot of traffic up there. And so we had told everybody at the campground, a part of our mission, right, to meet us up there. And so because we were delayed, again, we're figuring out stuff, which is great because we're ready for the next one, right? So I ran over, got there, set up the tables, got everything all set up. Oh, and thank you to J.A. here in Ida, Alabama, who owns that corner. That guy donated the land, didn't charge us rent on it.
He let us. Yeah, he
He-
could have charged us for
He
that. and
could have.
didn't.
I mean, we are surrounded by a Christian community. The town of Ider is a beautiful little town, but there are a lot of people that don't have very much. There's a lot of poverty in this area. So we didn't know what to expect. So we get up to that corner. We set up our table. We had ordered a cloth that went over an 8-foot table. God, Family, Country, the ministry that we do, which is how this whole thing started, right? God's leading us. And I went out there and started holding up fresh meat, cold meat, and a Bible. And I started dancing around in the corner. And we had about a dozen of us show up total, and everybody's kind of standing behind the table. And I started screaming, "Come on, you guys! Nobody's gonna take any meat with all you guys." So I said, "Jump, wave, say, do something."
I think he was scaring people into accepting the meat because he's like, "You want some meat? You want some meat?" It was awesome.
Well, here's the cool thing about when you give. When you give or do something really kind for somebody, when other people see it, it fills their heart. It gives them hope. So we probably had thousands of cars go through that, that byway of 117 and 75. And we got a lot of big smiles and people rolling down the window. "God bless you guys." And we had a guy actually pull over and walk up and give us $100 in cash, which was incredible.
He's like, it moved me because you could tell he was blue collar, and he's like, we're like, "Can we give you some meat? Can we give you?" And he's like, "No, just keep doing what you're doing." And that was the best encouragement.
And Sage is jumping around out there, which is great. Our daughter is getting to see this stuff, what we do, what Christians are supposed to do, which is to give. And she's jumping up and down with her sign. And
We even had people that just requested the Bible. They're like,
Just
"I
the
don't
Bible.
need the beef, but can I have a Bible?" Yes.
yeah,
here
we
you
gave more
go.
than 100 Bibles away on that corner that day. We had a lot of people pulling that really did need it, that did need the diapers, that did need the extra meat, so we gave them extra meat.
Yep.
We gave away a total of 207 pounds of meat. And some of the people that pulled off, I had a woman named Wanda who had been married for 51 years that pulled in and had lost her husband last year. And she cried with me. We prayed together. We had another man that pulled in there. I won't use his name, but his dad's name was Jerry. God bless you, Jerry. And he had some heart complications, was in the hospital, and this man was on his way
to see his dad at
but
the
he saw a
hospital.
bunch of Christians on the corner, and he says, "You know what, I'm going to pull in." And we all surrounded him,
Yeah.
and we prayed. We prayed for the surgeon's hands, and the guy was all choked up. But my hope in all of this, especially with SNAP going down, it's disgusting that 40 million Americans rely on government and not God. That the government is doing the church's job. This is the job the church used to do. The church used to feed the poor, help the poor. And those who were lost would go to the church and hear the message of Christ, right? And find the Lord. And that changes everybody's life. It certainly has changed our lives, right? And so our hope is that moving forward, we can feed a lot of people and maybe even encourage a lot of Christians all over America to step up. And this is our chance to shine. During COVID, there's a lot of churches in this country that shut down when the government told them to do so, and it drove me crazy because the church works for God, right?
They don't answer to government.
They don't answer to government. They answer to God. And so I just think it's an incredible opportunity. I actually hope that the government stays shut down. I really do. And I know it's controversial. Leave a comment below. Do you think it should shut down? Do you think it should stay open? Leave a comment below. But I hope it stays shut down because I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to stand up and deliver. For those of us who have some, we can go in our pantry. There are food pantries all over the country that are getting cleaned out. These people are talking to us, sending us emails. If you have something extra in your home, go grab it, throw it in a bag, bring it to a food pantry. But more importantly, help somebody else. If you see somebody in front of you in line and you got a few extra bucks in your pocket, pay for their groceries. If you can't get off your couch or you don't have the means to get out and help, donate to our cause. Go to godfamilycountry.love, godfamilycountry.love. We'll put a link below in the pinned link, and donate a few bucks, $5, $6, $1, $2. Every little bit helps. Our next goal is to meet with Donald, the owner of the Old True Value, and work with the local food pantry, which meets the third week of every single month. It is sponsored by the Church of God.
Yep.
Over
Eider
by
Church of
Howard's,
God.
Eider Church of God. And we're going to hook up with those guys, and we're hoping that we can move maybe 750,000 pounds of beef. We don't exactly know.
Did you say 750,000
pounds?
You said
Well, let's get 750,000 pounds out there.
That's a lot of cows.
But the first one we did, we learned a lot about how it's going to work. So we're practicing, but we're trusting, right? We're trusting that the Lord's going to lead us in the right direction, and we're hoping that Christians will be encouraged to follow our lead and get up and get out there and help those who are hungry. Again, 40 million people on SNAP or food benefits. These people, carrying $1,200 iPhones to check their SNAP benefits, and their nails are done, and their hair's all done up, and they're driving a nice car.
We don't know. We don't want to judge.
I am going to judge. I judge. Okay, God forgive me. I'm working on that one. But anyways, I just think it's a great opportunity. I believe that this country's going through a national revival right now. You see it on college campuses with kids getting baptized. You see the young generation getting saved and screaming the Lord's name. You see these huge gatherings and revivals going on all over the country. Something really special is happening. And too many times Christians sit on the sidelines and they don't help. They don't do anything. They expect others to do so. And so we're asking you guys, can you help with GodFamilyCountry.love? Can you help us in our ministry so that maybe we can get 750?
I know.
Who knows?
Thinking about that. Like, who am I to limit?
No, don't ever put limits on God,
That's what
because God can move mountains. Guys, I couldn't walk for 9 months. I'm walking again, and I'm fired up to do his work. I want to do his work. He's the boss now of my life, and I just follow his lead. Wherever I go, drive my wife a little crazy like I just did. Last Thursday, she knew I had a bug across my butt.
I could just feel it in the air. Like before a storm, how the birds know that it's about.
She knew the tornado was about to go off, and then once I get focused, and there's something about giving somebody something that it just feels so good. It fills your heart. And by the way, the whole time we were out there with thousands of cars going by, lots of love, lots of smiles. Sage is jumping up and down, getting the truckers to honk.
Yeah.
And they'd honk, and we'd all jump up and down, and everybody's screaming, "God bless you" to everybody. It's just...
The truckers honking was proof that I am apparently very easily amused, because that was, yay! And all they're doing is just... And they've got to be so sick of it. We're like...
Oh, yeah.
It was hilarious.
But the car started to back up, and people were pulling over. And the police, the the guy who gave me a ticket, pulled up on us when we first set up. We're like, oh, no, they're going to kick us out.
It was like, is he going to arrest John this time? Is he going to arrest John this time? All right. I'm doing video. Oh, no. See, John, that's what happens when you don't have beef and Bibles. You end up
do you mind if I sit in the other seat and tell Facebook I got arrested?
Can you book him? Can you please can you book him? Throw away the key. Just throw away the key.
Take him away, they're telling you, Lieutenant.
Yeah, no. Hey, thank you. No,
I did not go to jail. We got nothing but love and support from Eider, from the police department. They love what we're doing. We gave the guy a Bible to give away.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Yeah, and then the local police are gonna actually help us to figure out who really needs the help. There's people here that live in this area that don't have a stove.
We need to help.
Yeah, that don't have a car, that can't get out. And so we're going to figure out ways that we can get the food where it needs to go, and we appreciate all of your help. Thank you for everybody who's donated to it. Again, this came off of a whim over at the chapel. Every Sunday morning, we've been asking the people that show up, pray. What do we do? What's the mission here? And it looks like we've found a mission. Beef and Bibles. So we just wanted to check in with you guys. Oh, and one last thing. My beautiful wife turned 40 last night. We had a 40th birthday celebration, and it was wonderful. We had probably about 30 people down there singing happy birthday, and lots of gifts, beautiful gifts, a lot of godly gifts, Christian gifts. It was wonderful. So anyways, guys, remember, don't ever put limits on God. God can move any mountain. He's healed me. I am running around. I am so grateful to God. He must have another purpose for me. Super excited what the future holds. So jump on with God Family Country Ministry. Go to GodFamilyCountryMinistry.love. I'm so excited. I'm talking so fast. And help any way you possibly can. Or if you're close by, come on down to Ida. A lot of our members are coming in from a couple hours away to help on November 16th with the food drive, with the local pantry. And we expect to serve about 200 people. So God bless you guys. We'll see you next video. Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.